Hey everybody, some of you probably watch this video and probably be like, well duh, everybody knows that. Well, actually everybody doesn't know, or maybe they do and it just wasn't, maybe I didn't. But anyway, years ago I always thought it was real hard to put in a CD player, like an aftermarket head unit. You know, you got your tape player in your car that you got and you want to hook up a CD player, but you're like, oh man, I gotta take that out, and I don't know the first thing to do. Well, all you do is you take your tape player or whatever, your factory head unit out of your car or truck or whatever, and you know, lay that on your floor or whatever. You can do that after you do what I'm about to show you, but you got your aftermarket head unit, which is probably not like this old piece of crap, but I just pulled this out of a Honda that I got, and on the back of your aftermarket head unit that you've just bought or going to buy, you got all these wires hanging, and it's kind of like it's attached to the back of your CD player here. What you do is there's like a little button on your wiring harness. You pull that puppy off, so it makes things more simple. See, it comes right off the back of your CD player. Goes right into that little spot. Then you got these wires hanging here, or you're holding on to. And you go somewhere, Walmart or whatever. I usually say Walmart because it's usually the cheapest place. And I work there. Yeah, I know, it's sad, I know, but hey, it pays my bills. Anyway, get you one of these things. A wiring harness. This one's for a Honda, because I needed one for a Honda, and you'll get something in it that looks like this, and that right there is something that you unhooked. Your factory's CD player or head unit that you took out, you probably unplugged something like this from your factory head unit to your car. You had to unhook that to get that out, because it runs has all your wires for your speakers, your power, your ground, and all that. All you do is you take this thing and you splice them into the wires on your head unit wiring harness here. It's real simple. I mean, the colors are usually the same. You got, you know, yellows, you got your reds for your power, you got your orange for your illumination to, you know, light up the front of your CD player. Couple whites for probably your rear, couple greens, couple grays. That's power and ground for your speakers in your doors or your dash, things like that. That's what those are too. But a lot of times on the back of your aftermarket head unit that you just bought, the colors are about the same. You got a couple purples on this. There is actually couple purples. Can't hardly see them because I got blues and stuff mixing with them, but you just splice them together, and you can use electrical tape, which is what these guys done from the harness I took off that was totally screwed up, but and splice them together, put electrical tape. I like to do it kind of pretty, put one side of the wire in this end, one side in that end, and use my crimpers there. There are a couple different sets, and crimp in the middle there, and it holds them together. It looks a lot better and holds a lot stronger, and makes a better current to go through. But after you get them all to hook together, all you got to do, hook this back into your aftermarket CD player, which will have that attached to it. You'll have a bunch of wires hanging around there, and then you just plug this back in to where your factory one was plugged in, which it should hook in. This one's got a couple connectors on it. They don't all come like this, but some of them just have one. But I guess Hondas have sometimes different plug-ins, because this wiring harness is for different model Hondas. This big one actually plugs into the one I got. In some vehicles you'll need a little install kit that's right by your wiring harnesses to mount these in. Some of them just slide right into where your factory was. This has already got one on it. See, this piece right here is separate than the CD player. It's two separate pieces. This is a piece you'll buy at Walmart, put together. You'll put it on your CD player, and it can just slide right in. looking all pretty. Hook those up. Bing, you're in business. I'm doing this, so I figured I'd go ahead and make this video. But I'm sure a lot of you already know, but I didn't back in the day. And after I found out what wiring harnesses are, I started putting my own CD players in. So save you $100. You go to Best Buy, ask them to put a CD player in, probably gonna be like $100, I'm guessing. But this right here's, I don't know, $6 or $7. And if you need one of these, like $10. You know, $15 or $100. If you're not a rich guy like me, try to do things the cheapest way. So thanks for watching. I was just looking and thought of a couple other things to tell you real quick. Sometimes your wiring harness colors don't always match up if you're going to hook them together. Inside your little wiring thing here, it tells you what the colors are. It tells you like your gray and black is your front negative, and then it's probably going to be like your gray cord is going to be your front positive, which means it's going into one of your speakers, and it's just saying that one wire is a positive, one's a negative. It explains what all the wires are, all the colors. So if you're like, oh, that's a lot of colors, I don't know what all those are, what are they? This will tell you what it is. Also, one other thing, this wire coming out your back here, and be like, what's that plug into? Well, you just unhooked it from your factory. That's an antenna. That's your antenna that you will unhook from your factory, and then you'll plug this one into where that was hooked up. Some are shorter and they won't reach, or you can't get it hooked up and put the CD player in. They have extenders. Also in the same section, buy all this at Walmart. So you can get you an extender, make it longer to where you can get it in there and get your head unit in. So I just wanted to throw that in there so nobody would be confused from that. So for hooking up a wiring harness on your CD player, this is what your finished product will look like if you use those little connectors like I showed you. If you use electrical tape, well, then it'll look like they're all together with electrical tape. I actually have a few wires left, like the orange wires, which is the illumination to light up the front of your CD player. And my wiring harness for my CD player doesn't have an orange one. So I guess I just I'll probably be able to see it, but it'll be real dark. It'll probably be like my car, which the illumination blowed out of it, so I can see it, but when it's nighttime I can't see it. Also, on my wiring harness that I bought, I have a blue wire left. I didn't have one of them on the harness that come on the CD player. That's your antenna wire for power antennas. And on the car I'm putting it in, I don't have a power antenna, so I don't really care about it. And on my harness for the CD player that attaches to the CD player, I have this wire, which is not on my wiring harness, which I don't care about. This is a remote wire. This is what you're going to hook up another wire to run to an amp. If you want to hook up an amplifier for your car. So I don't need that going into the wiring harness, because I'm going to hook a wire directly to that to run back to my amp. So I've never seen this CD player work, because when I bought the car, the wires were all jacked up and crazy stuff running. That's in another video that of course I'll post the link so you can see what I'm talking about if you give a crap. I'm getting ready to go hook this up to see if my effort's worth it, and if not, then I got more troubleshooting to do. But I'm gonna go find